Good morning, children, and welcome to all of you in online classes. Dear students, we are discussing the first poem of term 2 syllabus, and the name of poem is The Voice of the Rain. Dear students, yesterday I told you the summary of this poem, and today I am going to teach you line by line. This poem, The Voice of Rain, has been composed by great poet Walt Whitman, who worked as a writer, as an essayist, and as a journalist. And she was the first lady, dear students, who got Nobel Prize in the field of literature. And she composed many novels, many essays, and many stories, and worked as a journalist also. Now I am going to explain the poem. First, I will read the poem. The title, The Voice of the Rain. And who art thou, said I, to the soft falling shower, which strange to tell gave me an answer as here translated. I am the poem of earth, said the voice of the rain. Eternal I rise, impalpable, out of the land and bottomless sea, upward to heaven whence wisely formed, altogether changed, yet the same. I descend to lave the dross, atomies, dust of layers of the globe, and all that in them without me were seeds only, latent, unborn, and forever, day by day and night, I give back life to my own origin and make pure and beautify it. For song issues from its birthplace after fulfillment of wandering, reckoned, unreckoned, duly with love returns. Dear students, yesterday I told you about this poem. That poet has described the rain here as a living being, as a speaking part, or whatever was the conversation between poet and rain that has been given in this poem. Here, one day when the soft rain was falling on the earth, to see the soft falling rain, the poet Walt Whitman asked one question to that soft, showering, falling rain. Or what was the question? And who art thou? Poet asked that rain, soft falling shower, soft dropping rain, that soft dropping rain, he asked one question. Thou means you, or soft falling means dropping rain. So, poet here asked one question to the soft falling or dropping rain, that who it was. He was not expecting that the rain will give the reply, but he was surprised that rain replied the poet. Who art thou, said I to the soft falling shower, which strange to tell it was strange for the writer to tell that she replied, that the rain replied, or whatever was the reply of rain is here translated in this poem. The voice of rain. Or what was the reply? The rain replied, the voice of the rain told the poet that it was the poem of earth. What was the reply? I am the poem of earth, said the voice of rain. When the poet asked question to the rain that who it was, so finally the rain replied, though the poet was surprised to listen this, because he was not expecting that rain can reply, but rain replied, and it replied that it was the poem of earth. Not only this much, dear students, it told the poet that it is everlasting, eternal. It is everlasting and perpetual. Dear students, and one thing, I rise impalpable out of the land, or it says, it tells the poet that it is the poem, rain says the poet that it is the poem of earth. It is everlasting and perpetual. It is something that cannot be touched. It is born out of the land and deep sea. And it is here is given out of the land and bottomless sea, deep sea. And after that, after and upward the heaven. I have told you that in process of evaporation, understood, when sun rays fall on the surface of the sea water, so the process of evaporation starts. So rain replies to the poet that it is born out of the land and bottomless sea, deep sea, means its origin place is land and deep sea. Or after that, dear students, when it is converted, when that water is converted in form of water vapor, so it goes upward with the help of wind. And finally upward to heaven, or where it reaches. It reaches to the heaven, it reaches to the sky, and there it is collected in form of clouds. Upward to heaven, whence wisely formed altogether changed at the same. Or finally, dear students, it is reaches to the upward. There it gets a different form and is altogether changed, means that water changed firstly in form of water vapor, and later on it is changed in form of clouds and gathered in the sky. Understood? So journey of rain starts that from the earth, from the bottomless sea, from the land, or it says that it is perpetual, it is everlasting. It starts its journey from the earth. It is poem, it tells about itself that it is poem of earth. Understood? Not only this much, or after that, when he reaches in the process of evaporation to the sky and it is changed in form of clouds, or it from there, from that point, from the sky, from the heaven, it used to observe the situation. It used to observe the situation of the earth, because it is very much careful about its birthplace. It used to observe. It used to observe the requirement of the different different parts of the earth. Or whenever there is a requirement of rain to the earth, here is given, कि I descend to lave the draughts. Dear students, when there is a requirement, it comes down to lave, to wash. It comes down, dear students. The rain comes down to wash the dirty, dry, thirsty particles and dust of layer. It used to wash the dust of layer that has covered the different trees and different things of the earth. Not only this much, dear students, and after that dust of layers on the globe means it comes down and it used to satisfy all the elements of nature, all the elements of earth, even the trees, even the garden, even the different places which were very much in need of rain, very much in need of water. So according to their demand, it used to come from sky to the earth. That rain. Not only this much, dear students, all that in them without were seeds only. Rain also, poet tells in words of rain, that in absence of rain, the seeds which were buried in the earth, which were covered in the earth, they were only seeds. But when they come in the contact of rain, when they feel the touch of rain, or which type of seeds are latent, hidden seeds, covered seeds, unborn seeds inside the earth, when they come in the touch, in the contact of rain, so they start sprouting. Poet wants to tell that rain is responsible to give them life. Without them, it is not possible to sprout. So rain gives life to them. Rain washes all the dryness. Rain fulfills their quench. Rain also satisfy their needs. Rain gives them happiness. Rain tells them that what was required to them. Rain fills their requirement and fulfill their needs. It makes them happy. It gives them life. Understood? Or after fulfilling and after spreading the beauty in the life of every elements, in the life of all the elements of nature, either trees or the garden or the flowers, everywhere it spreads greenery. Or after that, dear students, as I have told you, the process of rain is eternal, perpetual, continuous. Or slowly after fulfilling and after making happy to the all elements, after giving life to the unborn seeds, then it slowly moves to the sky. Here is given, forever day and night I give back life to my own origin. Or it gives life to the earth, it spreads greenery, or slowly it moves towards its origin, towards the sea through the different sources. And here is given, dear students, the rain gives back to life its place of origin and makes the earth pure and beautiful. The rain sings song. The rain, when raindrops falls, rain sings, so it is a form of song. Or rain, here is given, rain sings a song, the songs issues from its birthplace. For song issues from its birthplace after fulfillment of wandering. It means that soft falling shower, when it falls on the earth, poet says that it is a song, or that song and music gives reposeness and happiness in the life of everyone. The rain also gives reposeness and happiness in the life of all earthly elements. It keeps wandering here and there to make them happy. It keeps wandering here and there, whether it is paid heed or not, whether it is cared or not. Poet tells the nature of the rain that it moves here and there, whether it is paid heed, attention or not, reckoned or unreckoned, whether cared or not cared. After accomplishment, dear students, after fulfilling the desire of all elements of the nature, this here is given, duly with love returns. That rain, that song, after accomplishment, after achieving its target, after making happy to the all elements of nature, and ultimately it returns properly with love. Means, after making all the elements to the earth happy, beautiful, and it give them life and love, and after this accomplishment, finally the rain returns. Understood? So the journey of rain starts from its birthplace. How it is converted from water to water vapor, how it goes upward with the help of wind, how it is collected there in form of clouds, how it comes down after seeing the requirement of earth time to time, how it makes happy to the all elements of nature, how it is continuous, eternal, how it is impalpable, that something that cannot be touched, how it laves, how it washes the dirt that has covered the earth, how it washes the upper layer of the earth, how it cares the atoms, small tiny particles, how it gives life to the latent seeds, unborn seeds which were covered inside the earth. Without the touch of rain, they were nothing. They were unborn seed. But when they come in contact of rain, they start sprouting. So this is the journey. Rain never forgets its birthplace. It is always in touch of its birthplace, that is land and sea. So whatever was the conversation between poet and rain, that is given in the poet. So this is the explanation, dear students, and you will complete the exercises. And on next turn, we will discuss another lesson. I think you have understood. Thank you, dear students.